Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of the greatest of all time, GOAT, starring Vijay. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. Okay, the first thing I have to say is everybody's going to say, why are you so late? Why are you so late with this? There's a reason. My mother had surgery last week, and my son had open heart surgery on the opening day of this film. So both of them are home from the hospital. My son came home from the hospital, and what could I do to celebrate? What could I do to relieve all of that stress with all of this family health issues, but go see a banging action flick starring Vijay? You know, I had seen the trailer, right? And I knew there was a double role, and I knew it was very Mission Impossible feeling and whatever. I knew little bits, but I didn't realize, for instance, that Prabhu Deva was going to have a prominent supporting role. Absolutely love that. Are you kidding me? Prabhu Deva and Vijay dancing together in that opening number? That's awesome. Okay, so since I am late, after the film has been out, I am going to have a section at the end where I discuss spoilers. So mostly, I love this film. It is rousing action sequences. We already knew from the trailer that his son was going to be also played by Vijay. I was reminded, like, Biggle was the opposite way, right? It was like we had the son, and then we had the gangster father with the gray hair. And this time, like, we have a section that appears in the past when the son is a small child, and then we have a section in modern day where Vijay has the gray salt and pepper beard and all of that. We know he is, an anti-terrorist agent. Okay, so which leads to all of these great action sequences and whatever. So first of all, I love the dance numbers. They were epic, like especially having, there was some that Vijay is the son, which was pretty great CGI work, I have to say. Almost always. There was a couple of scenes where the mouth moving looked a little weird, but mostly the youthification, de-aging, whatever you call it, I thought was quite good. And especially since we all know what Vijay looked like as a cute young man. So I'm really curious what you thought of it, the CGI specifically. Did you think that it was mostly, was it really good? Did you think, like, I just felt like Vijay as an actor also, the way he was acting, I don't know, it just came off as he's a bratty young man. Like, I don't know. I just thought he carried it off really well. Get more on that in spoilers. Loved all the little cameos. Trisha has a cameo in one of the dance numbers. Those were really fun too. I thought, like, the intervals, without giving spoilers, I would just say the interval reveal I saw coming from a mile away. I don't know how you felt about it. If you, because like I said, I hadn't been reading any reviews. I had tried to stay away so that I would still be surprised going into the film and not know everything. So I'm just saying, watching it, I'm like, okay, I can see where we're going. I can see who that person with the helmet is. I know where we're going with this. But anyway, I thought it was super fun anyway. And without giving spoilers. Okay, well, overall, I would say this is definitely a movie you have to see in the theater because it's super fun with the big action sequences, and it's worth seeing in the theater. Is this my favorite Vijay film of all time? No, but I think it's a really solid action film, and it says some, it has some plot twists, I did not see coming, so I enjoy that, where I'm like, oh, that character, like, so, like I said, the main reveal at the interval point I got, but there were some other ones that did surprise me. Certain characters that you didn't realize were really on the other side. So in all, is it a good time for Mel to see Vijay beat up a bunch of people? Yes, it is, especially when he does several super fun dance numbers. Okay, now we're going to get into spoilers. Like I said, mostly I loved it. Quibbles. The climax scene, I don't know why I'm even, going on about this, but some of this was just like so over the top ridiculous. Like the motorcycle on the top of the stadium railing thing. Okay. And the climax, okay, like where I thought the son turning evil, okay, I was completely on board with how fun that was to see Vijay playing this villain role, really eating the scenery, going for it. Like I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with him playing a fun villain. Just the climax. Okay, so here we've had this father and his family destroyed by the fact that his son, he thought, died at 5 years old due to his not watching him carefully enough, and he gets kidnapped and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so he's destroyed by that, right? And then we have this, prodigal son returns. We have this family unification. Everything is wonderful. And then the son turns evil. Do I argue that Vijay should have shot him in the end? No, I don't argue it. I do argue with the fact that rather than it being an emotional, wrenching moment, it was, yeah, I shot him, now fireworks are going off. Like, didn't that seem a little, I don't know, just tonally weird? Like, I don't know. I mean, couldn't, like, yes, you saved your daughter, hooray. But what's the aftermath of that? I don't know. Like, it just seemed a little tonally weird to not have any emotion in that scene at all, right? Like, to just be like, son is evil, bam, done. Okay, like, I don't know. It was just bizarre. And then I stayed for the end credit, and they did a mid-credit roll, so we find out that this director, Venkat Prabhu, is doing, there is a sequel, and the guy that, the son that was killed was a clone, like, I don't even know, but it's going to be versus OG now. Goat versus OG. So, I mean, I'll be there for the sequel, I will, but I was like, it was just such a twist out of, like, what? I don't know. Will it be fun to see Vijay playing a villain opposite himself again? It will. Like, I'll be there. Like I said, I just quibbles, okay? Because overall, like, where's every plot hit, plot hole filled, whatever. This is an action film, okay? This is not like some, Shakespeare or whatever, right? Like, I had a good time. I laughed out loud. I squealed at the dance numbers. I was thrilled at all the motorcycle chases and all of that. Like, it was a solid action thriller, and I really enjoyed Vijay's performance, his double performance. I enjoyed him seeing him as a mature man and father, and I also really enjoyed him riffing off his past youthful self playing the villain. Like, I just thought it was delicious. So, love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, I do have to also mention, because Rakes of the subtitles, and when you have a Vijay film, okay, it doesn't matter who's directing it, but there's always Easter eggs. There's always references back to his past films. On top of Rakes making sure that I was in on the joke and any wordplay, because there was, quite a bit of that, especially like the Yogi Babu. I mean, there was just kind of this banter going back and forth between Yogi Babu and Vijay, which, was always fun. But anyway, all of the little Easter eggs in this English subtitles, she would say, this is referencing back to this song. This is referencing back to this film. This is a song from this film. Even if it was a classic song that I didn't know, like Vijay singing along. So she includes a reference note of what it was. And I appreciate that so much, because especially with Vijay films, you know, there's a lot in there for the casual fan, but there's even more. If you were a diehard fan of Vijay, he makes sure that in his films, there's all of these little moments that just makes you scream and shout because they're referencing favorite films from the past, and be it a gesture that he does or whatever. Like, it just, you know, but sometimes I felt like past films, that was all there was to the film and there wasn't anything else. And this one, it was like just little passing moments that didn't take anything away from our overarching story, but were little fun moments along the way. So I thought it was a good balance of the fan service to the making a movie that someone who is not a diehard Vijay fan could still just enjoy just as much. All right, let me know what you thought about this film in the comments below. Follow me on, I'm still on X, but sort of whatever. And also, I am at Pardesi Reviews on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads.